Do you have these top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Washington quarter dollars? To look for your pocket change for more than millions of dollars. These rare quarter dollars has seen various modifications over the decades. Among the many interesting variants are error dollars. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, continued to be a mainstay of American coinage into 1969. This year's quarter is particularly fascinating for numismatists due to its association with error varieties, which command significant attention and value in the coin collecting world. This detailed overview delves into the history, design, notable errors, and current market value of the rare 1969 error Washington quarters. The 1969 quarter was minted during a transitional period for U.S. coinage. By this time, the country had fully shifted to clad coinage, following the removal of silver from quarters in 1965 due to rising silver prices and economic pressures. This year's quarters were minted from a copper-nickel composition bonded to a copper core. With high mintage numbers, most 1969 quarters are common in circulation. However, certain error coins have become highly sought-after treasures in numismatic circles. Errors and varieties are the result of imperfections during the minting process. These coins are prized for their rarity and the glimpse they offer into the production challenges of the era: double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchet errors, die cracks and cuts, missing clad layer, wrong planchet errors. The value of a 1969 Washington quarter depends on the error type, rarity, and the coin's condition. Below is an estimated value range for notable errors. According to the NGC Price Guide, as of November 2024, a Washington quarter from 1969 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 85 cents. However, on the open market, 1969 D quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $2,600. The 1969 Washington quarter, while common in its standard form, becomes a treasure for collectors due to its wide variety of fascinating errors. From double dies and off-center strikes to missing clad layers and wrong planchet errors, these anomalies provide a tangible connection to the complexities of coin production. For collectors, the hunt for these rare error coins is both exciting and rewarding, offering a chance to own a unique piece of American numismatic history. Whether you are a seasoned enthusiast or just beginning your collection, the 1969 error Washington quarter is a captivating addition to any portfolio. Keep an eye out. You may discover one of these rare coins in circulation or at your local coin shop. The 1968 Washington quarter is part of a dynamic period in U.S. numismatics, a time marked by the continuation of copper-nickel clad coinage following the transition away from silver in 1965. This particular coin holds great interest among collectors, especially due to its errors and varieties that stand out as rare and valuable finds. In this comprehensive exploration, we'll dive into the history of the 1968 quarter, its design, significant error types, and their values, providing a detailed guide for collectors and enthusiasts. By 1968, the U.S. Mint was firmly entrenched in the production of copper-nickel clad quarters, introduced as a result of the Coinage Act of 1965. This legislation had removed silver from quarters and dimes to address economic pressures from rising silver prices. The switch to clad coins made minting more cost-effective while preserving the availability of circulating coins. This high mintage means that most 1968 quarters are relatively common in circulated condition, but certain errors and varieties are rare and highly prized. The 1968 Washington quarter has a variety of errors that appeal to collectors. These errors occurred due to imperfections in the minting process, and their rarity can make them valuable. Double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchet errors, die cracks and cuts, missing clad layer, wrong planchet errors. The value of a 1968 Washington quarter depends on the type and severity of the error as well as the coin's condition. Below is an estimated value range for notable errors. A 1968 Washington quarter in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 85 cents, according to the NGC Price Guide as of November 2024. However, a 1968 Washington quarter in uncirculated condition can sell for as much as $3,750 on the open market. The 1968 Washington quarter is a remarkable coin that offers collectors a variety of opportunities to explore rare errors and varieties. From double dies to missing clad layers, these errors highlight the challenges and imperfections in the minting process. For numismatists, the thrill of discovering a rare error coin lies not only in its potential value but also in its historical significance as a tangible link to the past. Whether you're an experienced collector or just beginning your numismatic journey, the 1968 Washington quarter provides a compelling avenue for study and investment. Keep a keen eye on your change. You never know when you might come across a hidden gem. The 1967 Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of numismatic history, marked by its role during the transition to clad coinage and the mint's response to economic pressures of the era. This year produced a variety of error coins that are highly sought after by collectors. In this comprehensive exploration, we will delve into the history of the 1967 quarter, its key design features, the rare errors associated with it, and their values. The 1967 Washington quarter was struck during a tumultuous period in U.S. coinage history. Following the passage of the Coinage Act of 1965, the U.S. Mint eliminated silver from circulating dimes and quarters, replacing them with a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change was designed to address the widespread hoarding of silver coins driven by rising silver prices in the early 1960s. To address ongoing coin shortages, the U.S. Mint ramped up production, striking more than 1.5 billion quarters in 1967 alone. Despite this massive output, the demand for coins remained high, leading to occasional quality control issues that resulted in striking errors. The 1967 Washington quarter is notable for several types of errors, which can dramatically increase its value to collectors. These errors range from minor anomalies to strikingly rare mistakes: double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchet errors, die cracks and cuts, missing clad layer, wrong planchet errors. The value of a 1967 Washington quarter varies depending on the type of error and the coin's condition. Estimated values for the most notable errors according to the NGC Price Guide, as of November 2024, a Washington quarter from 1967 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 85 cents. However, on the open market 1967 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $62.50. Educate yourself. Learn about the different error types and their approximate values. Inspect quarters from circulation or coin rolls for potential errors. Acquire a high-quality magnifying glass, digital scale, and coin reference guide. Engage with online forums, coin clubs, and social media groups to share knowledge and experiences. The 1966 Washington quarter stands out in U.S. numismatic history as a product of a transitional period in American coinage. This year, like 1965, saw the continuation of the copper-nickel-clad coinage introduced in response to a national coin shortage and the removal of silver from circulating quarters. The 1966 quarter also has its share of rare and intriguing errors, which make it a fascinating subject for collectors. In this detailed exploration, we'll delve into the history, design, known errors, and the values of these rare coins. The Coinage Act of 1965 removed silver from dimes and quarters, replacing it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. By 1966, the transition was fully underway, with all new quarters struck on the clad planchets. This change was a response to the hoarding of silver coins that arose from rising silver prices during the early 1960s. The Mint also took drastic steps to prevent hoarding of the new coins. From 1965 to 1967, mint marks were removed from all coins, ensuring they couldn't be tied to a specific mint facility. This action was intended to discourage speculative collecting and ensure that coins circulated as intended. The transition to clad coinage introduced new production challenges. Issues such as die wear, planchet preparation errors, and machine malfunctions occasionally led to striking anomalies, resulting in errors that are now sought after by collectors. Several error types are associated with the 1966 Washington quarter, and they vary in rarity and value. Here are the most notable ones: transitional errors, double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchet errors, die cracks and cuts, missing clad layer, wrong planchet errors. According to the NGC Price Guide, as of November 2024, a Washington quarter from 1966 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 85 cents. However, on the open market 1966 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $5,750. Higher grade coins, e.g. mint state, command significantly higher premiums. Errors in uncirculated condition are especially valuable. The rarity of the error type directly impacts its value. Errors like the silver planchet variety or missing clad layer are among the rarest and most valuable. Collector interest in a specific error type or series can drive up prices. Coins with visually striking errors, such as off-center strikes or missing clad layers, are often more desirable. Market conditions and trends in numismatics can affect the value of error coins. Prices may fluctuate over time based on collector interest. The 1965 Washington quarter holds a fascinating place in numismatic history, particularly because of its transitional significance and the potential for rare errors. This coin, introduced during a time of significant changes in U.S. coinage, is a sought-after collectible, especially in cases where errors and anomalies are present. Let's delve into the history, characteristics, error varieties, and value of the rare 1965 era Washington quarters. Before 1965, Washington quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. Starting in 1965, they were composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, making them copper-nickel clad coins. Coins produced from 1965 to 1967 intentionally omitted mint marks to discourage hoarding during the coinage transition. Several error types make the 1965 Washington quarter especially valuable to collectors. Here are some of the most notable ones: silver planchet error, transitional errors, double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchet errors, die, cracks and cuts. The value of a 1965 Washington quarter largely depends on its condition and any rare errors. According to the NGC price guide, as of November 2024, a Washington quarter from 1965 in circulated condition is worth between $3.30 and $5.85. However, on the open market 1965 quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $5,250. Proof coins. No official proof coins were struck in 1965. However, exceptionally high-quality examples from special mint sets, SMS, might fetch premiums. Error coins in higher grades, e.g. mint state or proof, command significantly higher premiums. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC often fetch the best prices. The rarity of an error plays a significant role in its value. Errors like the silver planchet variety are among the rarest and most valuable. Due to the high value of some error coins, authentication by a reputable grading service is essential to ensure legitimacy. Collector interest in specific error types can fluctuate, influencing the market value of 1965 error quarters. Be informed. Learn about the different types of errors and their values to avoid overpaying or missing out on valuable finds.